me show y'all what this other video talking about. I'm about to play it for y'all. It's a guy named Dante Young. I've been watching him for since I learned about retention for about 2 years now. And yeah, I want y'all to check him out and see what he got going.
Sickles. All right, so your T-sickles have about 800 tubules per T-sickle. And these T-sickles produce about 1,000 seeds or germ cells per second. All right. When these germ cells get produced, they stay in those tubules for about 50 to 60 days until they mature into spermatozoa. This is when they start to form into a tadpole-like cell. All right, so that process takes about 50 to 60 days just for them to mature. When they mature, they then get sent to the epidermis, which is another storage area in your root chakra. And this process takes about 15 days. So already we're at about 75 days. And then it takes another 15 days where your seed is just sitting there waiting to be used. It's ready, right? It's ready to be used. It has all the information that it needs. It has all your genetic material to pass along. And this is where that attraction comes from. That mysterious women attraction and the glow. This is why that happens, because now that your seed is fully mature, your body's going to send out a signal that says, hey, we are ready. We are fertile. Look at us. It's a mating call, right? That's the number one goal of your body, is to pass on this genetic material so that you keep your legacy going. So if we look at the time frame from the simple germ cell all the way up into the storage in the epidermis, this is about 90 days. This is why 90 days is a very important number, because this is the time frame it takes for you to become fully fertile. All right.
And as you can see in the video, it was explaining, I took a clip out his actual video. If y'all want to go check it out, I'm gonna go ahead and put the whole video in the description down below. But of course, I looked at that video, and the video is basically saying, like, you know, speaking on the days. And this is why I like to speak on the days, specifically for me, because I know certain days are different for everybody, but around the realm it's still all the same. Like, you may get the same benefit as somebody on day 69 and they get on day 59. You know, it's all going to be around the same type of, you feel me? But it's not going to be just, oh, everybody gets the same benefit the whole time. Like, everybody at day 59 get the same benefit. That doesn't work like that. It never does, because we are still different. We are the same. You're still going to get the same benefit. It's just going to be, 7 to 12 days off, maybe. Or sometimes you may get a certain benefit 3 to 4 months away from the time that you thought you would have got it, because you heard it from somebody else. But he's a great description, a great inspiration to a lot of semen retention videos and retention channels that bring up this, and that they are very, very, he is very, very intellectual in what he's speaking on. I respect it a lot. He was talking about how you get to about 50 to 60 days on retention, and that's you building up your egg, building up your seed. You know, it's kind of like you watering a plant. So you're getting it to that point when you're about day 60. Then in the next 15 days, you're building up your spermagenesis, where day 75 is when you get spermagenesis, basically. Like you mature your seed. Everything all the benefits that you've seen on the YouTube channels, where it's like, okay, this, that, this, you basically at that point you should have all your benefits at that point. Well, I'll say from there to day 100, just to be sure, because sometimes depending on how much you done, you still may not have all your benefits until after the fact, until 120, 130, you know what I'm saying? You may need to do more. You may need to do a whole year. Some guys just need to do a whole year and just don't look back. Like, do a whole year and just say, fuck it, I'm gonna do a whole year. I ain't finna even count days. I know I started on February 28th. Okay, fuck it. And I know the next February 28th of the next year is when I can, you know, look back and see my progress or whatnot. And from there, keep going from there too. It's not like you gotta stop either, you know? So, but it's definitely harder. The early, you know, in the beginning is harder than it is later on in life. I'll say later on in time. But I mean, like I said, for me, I went 95 days, my longest streak. I'm trying to hit 100, you know. But I'll say at this point, I want to hit years. I've said in other videos that we can hit years together, as far as like give each other feedback in the community, talking in the comments, giving each other inspiration to keep going, not being weak, keep being strong. I feel like it's all great help. I mean, because you are alone in this journey, but you can still find help from other sources to keep you going on this journey. And Dante Young, he's a great YouTuber. I've been watching him for, like I said, 2 years. I think he's been doing YouTube since for about 5 years now. But he has great content when it comes back to semen retention. And I appreciate his content, and I appreciate his wisdom that helps a lot of us. My bro was actually watching him as well. He didn't put me on him, but he knew of him the same time I knew of him. And it's just crazy how shit works out like that. But I just wanted to show you guys that small snippet. It was about 2 minutes long. Like I said, I'll put the full video down in the link description down below. But it's a lot of sources out here that I show in other videos prior to this one that shows other people have been getting help from this. It's not just us capping. It's the reason why there's a new fluctuation of semen retention channels being put out from the past 2.5 years. It's because this shit's true. And the more authentic they feel, the more they want to show and help other people. And the more they want to show and help other people, the more the community grows. The more the community grows, the more people will understand and know. Even if they say that they don't want to do it, at least they're aware. I feel like the main thing is for this retention thing, for this journey, is as long as you're aware of what you're doing, it's better than nothing. Because now you're aware that you're killing yourself, but now they're aware that you know there's a remedy. If you're really feeling bad, get on retention. You don't have to do it, but you know there's a way. You know what I'm saying? You know the remedy is natural, it's all within you. And you know these things now to the point where you can still do what you want to do, but just know the consequences. If you're aware of everything that you do, then you should have a great life, regardless. That's how I feel. Like, if you're aware of everything that you do in life, knowing the pros and cons of this, the choice of this, the choice of that, you will have a great life. I'm still learning this every day and day, but I know the days I have that going for me, that day becomes complete in my eyes. Because at the end of the day, we choose to do what we do. No matter what's going on in our life, we still choose to do what we do. You see what I'm saying? Of course, the choices can be made for the greater good long term. People don't see that now, it's short term. So they'll make fun of you, talk about you, because they don't see the long term progress that you're trying to make for yourself. They don't see your vision, that you're trying to make a long term step instead of you just doing short term dopamine hits just to appease you for that day or for that week. You're doing things that you know can help you for the long term, for years and years and years, for when you pass away and your kids get older and they have their own kids. Like, you're thinking that far ahead. You're thinking far as where your kids can be ancestors at one point in time, and it's because of you built this lineage, you built this legacy for your ancestry that will come about in the next couple of 100 years. You see what I'm saying? Like, thinking that far ahead to get you, you know what I'm saying? Not all the time. Think of the present day. It's the reason why it's called the present day. It's a gift, but at the same time, for that gift to keep giving, you want to make sure that you're working towards the long term. Am I lying or not? So I'm gonna leave it there. I appreciate Dante Young for what he was talking about in a previous video. I'll have more videos like that coming up, but I'm gonna leave it here for right now. And damn, it's about to rain in this goddamn car. In this goddamn, I can feel it raining now. It's gonna rain and the sun's gonna come right out. That's how Georgia is. But anyways, y'all be safe, man.